but at about 10:30 UK time, as the pilots began their descent, their plane had a final nasty surprise in store for them. The temperature at normal cruising altitudes is about -50°C. As a result, the aircraft's skin is chilled to well below freezing during the cruise, and it stays this way for much of the descent. As Flight 870 descended, the warm moisture in the atmosphere hit the cold glass of the windscreen, and the captain's side window frosted over. At 10 minutes to 11 that night, Flight 870 lined up with the runway for its final approach. The pilots lowered the landing gear and slowed the aircraft down. When they finally broke out of the clouds, the full effects of the captain's frosted over windscreen became all too clear. While the first officer could see the runway out her windscreen, the captain was effectively blind. There was no way he could land the aircraft like this. He handed over control to the first officer so that she could complete the landing. When one pilot flies, it's the other pilot's job to monitor their flying. But without being able to see out his windscreen, the captain wasn't fully able to monitor the first officer. He simply had to follow what she was doing on his instruments, making sure that she was staying on the glide path and that her speed was safe. On top of this was one of the few times outside of the simulator that the first officer had to carry out an approach and landing while manually controlling the thrust levers. This was hardly an emergency, but her lack of hands-on experience with this had the effect of increasing her workload at a point in the flight where she really could have done without such an inconvenience.